Lighting up the door. Love one another. That stranger is your brother. Leave footprints everywhere you go. Give yesterday forgiven. Today just for living. Say a prayer every night. For tomorrow.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for Please be seated. Something tells me the day is going to be a little confused. Just 1 second, please. Tells you how good I am. I'm blind in one eye and can't see out the other. Pastor Malai. So, like I said, I'm so good.
Good morning, everyone. Let us pray. Almighty God, you are our refuge and strength. We humble ourselves in your presence, and remembering the great things you have done for us, we lift up our hearts in adoration and praise. As you have gathered us together this day, we give you thanks for all who served their country in time of trial. At the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, time stands still for a moment, and we remember those who died, not for war, but for a world that would be free and at peace. In remembrance of those who made the supreme sacrifice, make us better men and women, and give us peace in our time, O Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Gee. Please stand.
Check one.
Please feel free to join in.
Yes, we need all your voices.
Onward, Christian soldiers, marching us to war.
Flanders fields. Poppies blow between the crosses, row on row that mark our place. And in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved. And now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Beg your pardon? Yes, please. Mm-hmm. Please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. Not really a whole lot of a message today, except for me ranting and raving. First of all, I'd like to read our read a letter we received from the Prime Minister. I would like to convey my warmest greetings to all Canadians as we mark Remembrance Day. Each year on November the 11th, we gather in solidarity to commemorate the bravery of every Canadian who has served and those who continue to serve our country in times of war, military conflict, and peace. On this solemn occasion, we pay tribute to those who have helped to ensure that we live in freedom and peace, and who foster those same values in countries across the globe. Let us come together to observe 2 minutes of silence in honor of those who have made the ultimate sacrifice and to ensure that their stories are passed on to future generations. In doing so, we preserve their legacy and renew our commitment to building a peaceful world for all. Lest we forget, the Honourable Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada. I have a short poem here, written by Marilyn Lott. What is a veteran? Veterans are everyday people who happen to make a choice. They enroll in the military. They definitely had a voice. Some came home okay, it seemed. Some had scars on the outside. Others had scars where no one could see, needing God to be their guide. A veteran is so many things, we know. And we cherish and honor them all. As our flags fly high in tribute, they can all stand proud and tall. Having said that, over the last few days and weeks and actually years, I've heard that we have no veterans left. And yes, some of us are old enough to realize that for a long time, yes, we did have a lot of veterans from the First World War and the Second World War. In the Korean War, the veterans there fought for years against the government to get recognition. They finally received it. It took time, and they finally received their recognition. After that, most of the time, we were doing peacekeeping missions. Not much in the way of fighting wars and all the rest of it, but I can guarantee that every one of those peacekeeping missions, we lost people. Some through accidents, but mostly from conflicts with with other forces. So to say that we have no veterans left is kind of a misnomer. Because I can guarantee that every person that served in a peacekeeping mission, or that served in places like the former Yugoslavia, Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Rwanda, and a lot of other places where we were sent along the way. Just because there's no declaration does not mean that we're not in a battle. Therefore, I would request that people think not only of the veterans from the First World War, the Second World War in Korea, but of all the veterans from then on, from now, and the ones that will probably be there in the future. Unfortunately, I have lost my train of thought. It's gone off. It's gone off the tracks, and I'm sort of at a loss of what to say. Having said all of that about veterans and all the rest of it, the definition, according to the government, is anybody that has served 3 years in the military and is released honorably is a veteran. Having said that, I would request that all the veterans in this room stand up. Please. Please have a seat. Take a look around. You'd be surprised at some of the people that are standing. I know from experience, and the guy from the latest group of veterans, I think most of us that had served in Afghanistan and that, we're very, very quiet. Please have a seat. We're very, very quiet for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is everybody sort of disappeared. We came back from over there, and we were very quiet and disappeared into the woodwork. Didn't want to talk about it. Didn't want to tell anybody where we were, what we'd done. And in doing so, we've left ourselves open to just nobody realizes that we were actually there. Afghanistan was an interesting place, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And anybody who was there could probably tell you the same thing. It was dry, most places, well, depending on what part of the country you were in. But most of the time we were down in the southern part of the country where we're close to the desert, and it was dry and hot. And when I say hot, I mean 120 degrees in the shade, and there ain't no shade. And on that note, I think we'll wait a couple of minutes and do the last post. I'm sorry for the big long pause. Yeah. 4 minutes. I should have made the speech just a little bit longer. Hmm? Yeah, we already did that with the... Sorry about that, Hunter. I didn't spot you there. Yeah, we can always do it again. Hunter? Hunter? No? It'd be better if you did it, to be honest with you, because it was kind of quiet earlier. You gonna make me do it? Got 3 minutes. Good film. No. I'm gonna do this anyway. The poppy is a recognized symbol of the remembrance of war dead in Canada, the countries of the British Commonwealth, and the United States. The flower owes its significance to the poem In Flanders Fields, written by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae, a field surgeon in the Canadian Artillery in the midst of the Second Battle of Ypres in Belgium in May of 1915. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our places, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow. Love, were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. You got 1 minute. Whoop, stand, please stand. Sorry. Half a second behind. They shall grow not old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. The going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them. Mr. Cleaver, if you would, and past president. And reading of the honor roll.
Hunter? Talk to me, Hunter. Do you want to come up and say your piece now?
You're supposed to be in front.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's always an honour to be here in this lovely church. And I remember 18 years ago was the first time I stood here on Remembrance Day, and this place was packed. We had chairs in the aisles, and there wasn't much room left, and it was such a pleasure. So 80 years ago, our veterans stood, and those that remember them stood, and what was I going to say?
I'm not sure.
I'm never usually at a loss for words. Okay. We will remember those veterans and those who sacrificed their lives for our freedom and safety. Those veterans and those people that sacrifice their lives, I don't think would be very pleased with the state that the world is in at the moment. It's a terrible shame. The one thing that we can do is we can reassure them that our faith in their sacrifice will never ever change. So although if they were here today, they would probably be quite disappointed with the state of the world, we will never ever be disappointed with them, and we thank them most sincerely. Okay.
Please have a seat.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Right, my message is short and sweet. I'm just up here to read the honour roll for Cape Sable Island. First of all, 1914 to 1918, Randall Brannan, Eliza Cunningham, Delma Kroll, Eugene Kroll, Basil Duncan, Earl Goodwin, Earl K. Kenny, Hilbert Messenger, A. Bruce Nickerson, Robert G. Nickerson, Oscar R. Nickerson, Cecil Phillips, Freeman Reed, Harry Saunders, Courtney Smith, J. Hibbert Swim, Hubert Cunningham. 1939 to 1945. Theodore B. Atkinson, Brenton L. Atwood, Percy C. Atwood, Wilford C. Atwood, Asa Brannan, Herbert M. Brannan, George Crowell, Morris J. Crowell, Russell Crowell, Belton L. Cunningham, Herbert R. Goodwin, Leslie M. Gorham, Claude R. Newell, Elroy Newell, Ephraim F. E. Newell, Robert G. Newell, Victor D. Newell, Claude M. Nickerson, Edsel J. Nickerson, Freeland C. Nickerson, Osborne C. Nickerson, Robert E. D. Nickerson, Roland O. Nickerson, Herman M. O'Connell, Winslow Oikel, Wallace J. Ross, John S. Smith, and Robbie Simmons. Thank you, everybody.
At this time, I'd like to call on our Legion chaplain, Mr. Stephen Ayers.
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to ask you to bow your heads in prayer for the prayer of remembrance and thanksgiving. We give praise and thanks to you, O Lord of hosts, for all that makes our common life secure, for reverence, for things holy, for the respect of our fellow humans, for humility that leads us to draw on your strength. We thank you for the peace we enjoy and for the opportunity that is ours of building a better order of society in this Canada for generations still to come. We remember with pride and gratitude those who have fought on the land, the sea, and in the skies to make this possible. And we pray that the memory of their self-giving may inspire us to invest our energy, our strength, and our substance in building a world where the angel dove of peace may fly freely and safely, and may do it. O God, for your sake and for all our sakes, amen. Thank you.
We shall now go on with the laying of the wreaths. I'm breaking this down into 6 people at a time. So would you go to the back of into the vestibule of the church, come down this way, lay your wreath and go out that way. Please. The first one would be Dominion of Canada, Mr. Rick Perkins. The Province of Nova Scotia, Tyson Ross. Municipality of Barrington, Sean Hatfield. Town of Clark's Harbour, Mayor Clay Kenny. The Royal Canadian Legion, Cecil Atkinson. Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Constable Aidan de St. Croix. And also for Korean veterans, Cecil Atkinson. Go out that way, come back in this way. Yep. Someone bring along the Korean one as well. Okay, I'll do that. The Dominion of Canada, Mr. Rick Perkins. Province of Nova Scotia, Tyson Ross. And Ruby. For the municipality of Barrington, Mr. Sean Hatfield. The town of Clark's Harbour, Mayor Clay Kenny. For the Royal Canadian Legion, Cecil Atkinson. And for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Constable Aidan de St. Croix. For Korea, Cecil Atkinson. Also for Korean veterans, John and Keiko King. For Island and Barrington Passage Fire Department for all veterans, Garnet Sullivan. Also for the Island and Barrington Passage Fire Department Support Group, also for all veterans, Patricia Nickerson. The Seabreeze Rebecca's Lodge 24, Shelley Penny. For the Barrington Lions Club, Tanya and Alvin Nickerson. For Belmont Nickerson Jr., Carlin Nickerson. For Korean veterans, Mr. Cecil Atkinson. If you will excuse me for a minute. Disobey my own rules. Didn't tell everybody. This is for Afghanistan. Island and Barrington Passage Fire Department for all veterans, Garnet Sullivan. For Island and Barrington Passage Fire Department Support Group, Patricia Nickerson. At Seabreeze, Rebecca's Lodge number 24, Shelley Penny. Barrington Lions Club, Tanya and Alvin Nickerson. Belmont Nickerson Jr., Carlin Nickerson. The next six, Wellington Bruce Newell, Charlie Lynn, Gerald Messenger, Pamela and Denver Nickerson, Jamie Brown, Brendan Whitley and Rhoda, Alpheus and Edward Cunningham and Lawrence Messenger by Peter Fairweather, Osgood, Ernest, Winston and Almond Ross, and Lois Dushak by Liam Amaro. Kenneth Swim by Stephen Swim. Wellington Bruce Newell, Charlie Lynn. Gerald Messenger, Pamela and Denver Nickerson. Jamie Brown, Brendan Whitley, and Rhoda. Alpheus and Edward Cunningham and Lawrence Messenger, Peter Fairweather.
Nice to catch them young at that age.
For Osgood, Ernest, Winston, and Almond Ross, and Lois Duchac, Liam Amiro, and LaSalle Ross. For Kenneth Swim and Vietnam veterans, Stephen Swim. Havelock Cox and Carl Atkinson, for Stuart and Anita and Lynn Atkinson. Cape Sable Island New Horizons Veterans Group, Seniors Group, Stephen Ayers. For Waldo Swim, Kathy Swim. For Ephraim Larkin, LaSalle's Ross. For Gerald Nickerson, grandson, Ben Shand. For Obadiah Kroll and Sean Quinlan, Phyllis Jones and Buddy Jones. For Cape Sable Island New Horizons Seniors Group, Stephen Ayers. For Havelock Cox and Carl Atkinson, who was with the Kangaroos, Lynn Atkinson. Waldo Swim, Kathy Swim. Free from Larkin, LaSalle's Ross. Obadiah Kroll and Sean Quinlan, Phyllis and Buddy Jones. That was bound to happen. I skipped one. For Gerald Nickerson, grandson Ben Shand. Next 6, Fallen Brothers of Freemasons of Philadelphia, Lodge number 47, Clarks Harbor Coast Guard, Avery and Brenton Nickerson, Ted Cox, Herbert A. Penny Sr., Thomas, Robert, James, and Peter Fairweather. Fallen Brothers of Freemasons of Philadelphia, Lodge number 47, Curtis Holliday and Arnold Deming. Missed the S. For Coast Guard, John Smith and Mark Fleming. For Avery and Brenton Nickerson, Ray Lynn and Rory Nickerson. For Ted Cox, Eric Cox. For Herbert A. Penny Sr., Rennie Hallett. Hopefully I didn't pronounce that wrong. I suppose it was supposed to be Renee. For Thomas, Robert, James, and Peter Fairweather. Well, that's certainly not Peter Fairweather. The next 6, Private Morris J. Kroll and Sergeant Owen Nickerson, Clarks Harbor Elementary School, Herbert Goodwin, Everett Nickerson, and Earl Ross, and Delma Ross. For Private Morris J. Kroll and Sergeant Owen Nickerson, Martha Kroll. For Clarks Harbor Elementary School, Ava Munn. For Herbert Goodwin, LaSalle's Ross is being laid for Christine Nickerson and Wanda Mood. For Everett Nickerson, Natalia and Jeremiah Nickerson.
That little fellow has just started walking, by the way. So next year he'll be able to come down by himself.
For Earl Ross, granddaughter Muriel Swim. Nope, not yet, I haven't. Okay. In memory of her father, for Della Maxwell, Delma Ross, Delma Ross, granddaughter Teresa Swim. Next, Grace Ross and Clifford Newell. In memory of her father, for Della Maxwell, Lynn Jones. For Grace Ross, Calvin Ross. For Clifford Newell, Mr. David Cleaver. Every effort has been made to ensure that the facts and details relating to our veterans and their dependents and families are as accurate as the information we currently hold. If there are any errors, I apologize and assure you that no disrespect is or was intended. Thank you. If there's anybody that has a wreath to lay at this point, please do so. Wreath was just laid for Allison Nickerson. On several occasions, we've been asked if you can take the wreath from here and place it on grave sites or at other locations. Please feel free to do so if that's what you would like to do. Absolutely, that's all the respect we can say. Right? If you can take that wreath and lay it on your relative's grave, that's the best we can do. Thank you very much for being here. What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, where's my bulletin? Where's my... That side. Nope. Having said that, yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you. And we're getting smaller. Ready? Please stand. That concludes our ceremony for today. Yes. Oh, Hunter. Seeing as I was so bad and forgot all about you, it's a good thing somebody reminds me of things. I might actually remember them. Go ahead, Hunter.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our places, and in the sky the larks still bravely sing and fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below, we are the dead short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved were loved, now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, To you from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep through poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Thank you, Richard. Gee, can I say it like we do in the military? Dismiss! Cecil, you're wanted. I did, didn't I? Let's go first. Carry on. I'm trying to get this thing sorted here.
Private William McBride, do you mind if I sit here down by graveside and I'll rest for a while in the warm summer sun? Been walking all day and I'm nearly done, but I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the Dead Heroes in 1916. Well, I hope you died quick, and I hope you died clean. Oh, William McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the fife lowly? Did the rifles fire o'er you?